That's bane. This is worse than I feared.
What are these things?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Never. Your soul.
The Asha needed flame as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lights and the eye slits. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can you fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Just tell me where to find Malthael, and I'll put an end to this carnage.
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soulstone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soulstone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
You'd best get started on figuring it out. If you need me, I'll be saving the city. General Torian, that Death Maiden in the cathedral was using an arcane magic unfamiliar to me. Do you know what she was doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Not for long. He will soon find himself without his unending army, once I destroy these crucibles. The soul crucibles turn the dead into reapers?
Sadly, yes.
Including the Death Maidens?
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness. Malthael, my brother, he was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
What could have changed him so?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Frankly, I don't really care. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. How can studying the sliver of the Black Soulstone reveal Malthael's plans to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
What brings the Horadrim back now?
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soulstone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Well, perhaps someday I will solve that problem.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
I am certain you would have died too had you stayed.
What is it?
Exceptional.
My wares.
Be well.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakkis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakharum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized...
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakkis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakkis was a clever man, after all.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Making a sale?
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
What's bothering you, Cormac? You're not your usual joyful self today.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
A great man who lived his life adhering to a code he believed to be true.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakharum are gone, and the order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the order and prove your conviction.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
Let us fight this evil together.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right? Let us seek our fortunes together.
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Perhaps it is an echo of the magic the Prophet used to put you and your sisters to sleep.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know how your sisters died, or how the Prophet's magic failed.
So, you want some stuff? Prepare for the worst, my brother always said.
A gift for me? Nice choice.
Wish I could go fight. Only the best for you, my lady.
I'll take that off your hands.
Good day.
I keep hearing things.
My mind must finally be going.
Is there anything on your mind, Hadric?
Yes, actually. I was just remembering what happened in New Tristram after the falling star hit. I've never seen Mira so scared. Leah came by later, telling us there were wounded men at the inn.
And your wife still went to help them.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirges.
Of course. I'd love to hear your version of that story. I'm certain it will be amusing.
Well, it's not amusing. Dirge's jewel has appeared again. And the time for secrets is over.
No more secrets? Then tell me if you are a god.
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spend many a carefree day browsing the aisles. To think that I will never again see all those happy little stalls, those rows of jewels, and those gem cutters.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
This can't be opened yet. What brings you here, Necromancer? Do you fight for the living or the dead?
I strive to maintain balance between the two. Death's minions threaten to overwhelm the living, so they must be culled. This beacon will draw many of Death's soldiers here, to their demise. I was about to activate it.
Please, allow me the honor.
Still has meaning at this point.
You fight against death. What could have more meaning?
I don't know. A nice evening in a tavern with close friends who don't all die at the end?
It has been good fighting by your side, but I have much work left to do. Perhaps we shall meet again someday.
Wait, weren't you out in the desert near Chaldean?
I am stronger still.
reputation of the exorcists of Westmarch. Those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom, they arrive in darkness, clad in cloaks as black as the night that...
This is all Justinian's fault! Some king he is! I encountered the most...
King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up!
Don't be a fool. The only chance you have is to all work together.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke! Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
And what are you doing with the king's private journal?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
Not ready yet.
This can't be happening! We're all gonna die here! More are coming! You've got to stop them!
I need arcane power.
They're coming for our souls! No!
Still waiting.
After Malthael's disappearance, the Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant, Urzin, to find him and bring him back to the high heavens. Urzin, accompanied by the sect of Maidens who were Malthael's closest followers, set out to find their absent master. They never returned.
I'm just warming up.
don't tell anyone here that I'm from Kingsport. They're all snobs in Westmarch, and the women won't like me. Assuming any of them are still alive.
Finally! This is interesting!
I am so good, I astound myself.
A hard fight! Time to loot.
This is too clean for Reaper kills. So who did this? What? More dead?
Death to the nobles!
Revolution. It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
I hate to question your genius plan, but it seems like a very bad time to depose your king.
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Phantasms are unlike any spirits I have seen on Sanctuary. They bear a resemblance to lesser demons, but the souls of demons are always reborn in the Hades. I suspect the Phantasms may be the remnants of some early Nephilim, those born for evil their angel. Pestilence in Westmarch killed both humans and beasts alike. The panicked survivors then threw the corpses of both into the plague tunnel. Now the Reaper's presence has revived many of those interred there, with the bones of beasts rising again as
Need more
skeletal
time.
walls
Need more arcane power. Unstoppable. I don't have enough arcane power.
Creatures even come from?
The repository of bones, commonly called the plague tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
The stench down here is almost as deadly as Malthael.
Telling me.
I need arcane power. Need more time. I must wait longer. Still waiting.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. This is happening. It's madness.
Just get your men to the Survivors' Enclave at the Cathedral as quickly as possible.
You're not that bad as you look.
You destroyed the Coven. You, of all people, will understand what I'm doing here. Our ill-gotten treasure is behind this door. We did despicable things to amass it. Desecrated tombs, robbed corpses. Things you would never do. I was going to destroy it, but you hand of righteousness. You can use it for good.
My bags are full. I am returning to town.
I can't do this anymore.
Someone came for me. After all this time.
My friend Hadrid couldn't take your wailing any longer.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Nonsense. Let's get you to safety.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Ha! And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. Doesn't that make you responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadrid by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other, like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Happy to help.
If there were still people here, I'd show you how to steal a coin purse without missing a step.
I don't have enough arcane power.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
Escort them to the Survivors' Enclave. Immediately.
Find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
Maiden controls the Soul Crucible. Time for her to die.
You're right about that.
Need more arcane power.
Down upon yourself, mortal.
Still waiting.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
Disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
You should cease following me and get to the Survivors' Enclave before you're killed.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those fools do to people, let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
The seraph was on me before I knew. The mass of its
I need
bloated flesh
arcane power.
sounded as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare. I looked down and saw tendrils of energy wrapped around my feet and realized it was not fear that held me, but the Seraph's magic.
Treasure! I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
So you know of Leah, do you?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be fine once I kill Adria.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us. But Victor has his doubts. I don't think he believes a woman is up to the task.
What nonsense are you spouting, woman? She's more than capable of saving us, and I have just the things she'll need to do the job. Happy to help.
Cormac, you seem so sad.
Do you know how it feels? My city destroyed. The people I knew dead.
I do. We share the same grief and the same pain.
Would you talk with me? All of this weighs heavily upon my soul.
Ah, good.
Only through submitting to Malthael will we survive his wrath, relinquish the wealth you all clung to, and ensure your salvation.
This is a scam. He's just taking your money. Quiet, heretic. You'll damn us all.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
We can't answer those questions, but his magic did succeed in keeping you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Fate likes to toy with us. Perhaps you lived for some special reason, but it could just as easily have been luck.
I cannot believe that. There was a reason, and I will find it.
You there, pauper. This diamond ring in exchange for safe passage out of the city?
But Harold, that's my wedding ring!
It's all we have left. Of course, if somebody had thought to grab her jewelry box.
Well, with that attitude, I'm certain you can find somebody else to help you.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for them. My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? She was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Jealousy is for the weak-minded. It clouds one's reasoning with want and desire.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature.
My son's ship docked in Bramwell today. I thought he'd be safe there, but now I hear rumors. Give me a weapon. I need to get to Bramwell.
A noble sentiment, but you do nothing but get yourself killed.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Despite his superstitious views, Rakkis ruled as a just and fair king, who was much loved by his people. He was succeeded by his son Corsic, who attempted to eradicate the barbarian tribes of the north. The line of Rakkis was broken when Corsic's son Corellon died with no heirs.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakkis, haven't you? Its location.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
Yes, I did. It was my destiny. I was fulfilling a prophecy written long before I was born.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps I'll write about my adventures one day.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
You did not want to be a soldier?
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
How have you held out so long against the Reaper's onslaught?
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
Why haven't the other cities of Westmarch sent reinforcements? Bramwell? Kingsport? What are they waiting for?
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I did not know. That is disturbing.
What did you just say? Kingsport? My brother.
Has the sliver revealed anything of Malthael's plans to you?
No, but it is our only hope of learning Malthael's plans. To defeat him, we must know where he is and what he is trying to do. The answer must be here. We just have to find it. Too many innocents have already died.
Isn't big enough to hold all the dead of Westmarch, even if we save the city.
I think you mean when we save the city. We'll worry about the rest afterward.
Yes!